Hey, what's up everybody? Hammerheart Metal Reviews here once again, doing another discography countdown for you today. And today we are going to be talking about Evilfeast. So if you've never heard this band before, this is a one-man project from Poland, plays atmospheric black metal. The man behind the band, his name is Grim Spirit, or at least that's like the moniker that he goes by. This is very keyboard heavy, ambient, atmospheric black metal. He is just a master at creating these epic atmospheres, like one of the best in this genre for sure. It's got really minimalistic riffs with harsh vocals throughout, but it's really all about the atmosphere here. I can't emphasize that enough. Typically, the songs do flow kind of seamlessly between these faster paced sections and then these slower tempos as well, all over the backdrop of these grandiose keyboard compositions to really help create these atmospheres. Some similar bands, if you haven't heard this before, be for fans of a band like L4, which is maybe more of an underrated one. Paysage d'Hiver, Burzum, of course, would be a big influence here as well. There are 5 Evilfeast albums, but the last one is from 2017, so it has been quite a while since his last release. Hopefully we will get more soon. But yeah, there's really tons of synths and ambient passages throughout, but really creates these mystical and sad atmospheres. But he just really is a perfectionist in this genre. This is the perfect kind of music to just get completely lost in, totally immerse yourself in. You'll feel like you're in these wintry landscapes if you close your eyes, and it's just haunting and perfect. Really long, drawn-out compositions. These are not short and to the point black metal songs. These are long, like 10-minute epics with a lot going on. Probably take you a few listens to really get everything going on. But once you do, you just close your eyes and drift off and get sucked into the atmosphere. Truly gorgeous stuff here. So anyways, like I said, 5 albums. I'm going to run through them from my least favorite down to my favorite. But I will preface this by saying all 5 albums are really solid. As you'll see, like what I'm talking about in 5th place is still a really good album. The ones that are in the top spots, I do think, edge out the bottom couple, but nonetheless, all 5 of these are worth listening to. So here we go. Let's find out what order I am ranking these in. So, coming in 5th place, my least favorite Evilfeast album, but still, like I said, a very good album. I'm actually going with his debut, which is from 2004, Mysteries of the Nocturnal Forest. So compared to the rest of the albums, this one does have a bit more of a raw production. But that being said, the guitar still has a nice clean sound to it. But yeah, overall, it's very hazy and fuzzy sounding, which is obviously what he was going for. The synths and keyboards are really used well to create this wintry, mystical atmosphere. The vocals are very evil. The one knock on this album, I'll say the drums don't sound as good as they do on later albums. That's part of the rougher production. I mean, this is a debut album, probably still kind of finding out how to do all this stuff, but that would improve later on. But this truly is just beautiful, haunting, atmospheric black metal. Like, this is a solid debut. Although better material would come in the future, this really set the foundation for everything Evilfeast is and was. So while it's a little rawer than the later albums, I find it's got like little shades of influences of, say, like early Graveland would be maybe a good comparison. Definitely a lot bigger atmospheres here, but you could see a little bit of the influence there anyways. Favorite songs on here, Immerse into Cold Mist. That actually is a perfect way to describe exactly how you'll feel listening to this. You feel like you're immersed in cold mist. And my favorite song on the album is The Black Heavens Open. Really solid one there. So all in all, this is still a very good album, especially for a debut. But it's coming in 5th just because I like the other ones a little bit more. Up next at number 4, I am actually going with the album right after that. The sophomore album from 2005, Funeral Sorcery. So this one continues from the template that he crafted on the debut. It's got a very similar style, but I do find that the drum sound improved quite a bit here. And this is just raw black metal with this really eerie, chilling atmosphere, kind of casting a backdrop over top of the whole album. The synths and keys, once again, just really evoke this mystical, haunting feeling throughout. All the tracks are very long here, but it really gives room to kind of weave in and out with these different moods and emotions, and he does it so seamlessly. It's just perfect. Like, this really just drips with atmosphere. Grim Spirit is just the master at creating atmosphere. I know it sounds like I'm repeating myself, but you gotta listen to it to really get what I'm saying here. Once again, the vocals are very evil, but it's also balanced out with these tranquil moments with the keyboards, and it gives it this nice balance to really make, even though it's a raw, evil black metal album, it's kind of beautiful at the same time. Favorite songs on here, the title track, Funeral Sorcery, Tale of Carpathian Wind is great. All in all, once again, a solid album. It's only in 4th place because the other 3 get even better. So let's find out what order I've got those in. Coming up next in 3rd place, I'm actually going to the album right after that, the 3rd album, which is from 2008, Lost Horizons of Wisdom. So this one, compared to the first 2, I find that the epicness has been dialed up a little bit. This is 5 tracks and it's 70 minutes long, so kind of starts a trend of having these very long compositions and long albums. There are no songs on this album that are under 11 minutes long, so I know that's not going to be for everyone. That's possibly a turnoff for some people with this style of music, but I absolutely love it. It's really got these great ambient passages mixed in with the black metal, and once again, he just does that so seamlessly. It's got that typical established Evilfeast sound and atmospheres that he kind of laid out on those first couple albums, but this one just, he's like, as his career's been going on, he's been progressing a little bit with each album, building on that foundation and improving it a little bit every time. The songwriting gets a little bit better. And this album, like, it's just perfect for a walk through the forest. It's just got that kind of atmosphere to it. And yeah, I love it. Favorite songs on here, Algol's Northern Light. The title track, Lost Horizons of Wisdom, is great. Like any other discography, this could be right near the top. It's only in 3rd because the next 2 albums are next level amazing. So while these first 3 are pretty good, pretty solid albums, these next 2 I'm going to talk about. If you've never heard Evilfeast before, I'd say go start with one of these next 2 albums, because these ones, top-notch stuff here, really amazing. But let's see what order I've got them in. So, coming in 2nd place, I'm actually going with his newest album, which is from 2017, Elegies of the Stellar Wind. Look at that album art. Like, how fucking beautiful is that? Perfect cover to capture what is inside. This one's got almost a little bit of a medieval vibe to it. It even brings in some clean vocals used here and there, like not too much, but it really adds another dimension, and they're really well done. I hope that he continues with this trend in the future. He's still got his trademark sound intact. It's executed so well, and like I said, this is just truly an amazing album. It's majestic and haunting at the same time, and once again, he's on full display, just showing why he is in a master class for atmospheric black metal. Like, it's just so good. The songwriting is really on point here. This could easily be a number 1, honestly. Like, putting it number 2 is a tough call for me. It's a toss-up between 1 and 2. But the riffing, I find, is really awesome here. Like, these are probably the best riffs that he's ever crafted, to be honest. And it's even got some nice lead work sprinkled in parts, which was a little bit unexpected. Like this one, I haven't talked about the album that preceded it yet. That's obviously what's going to be a number 1. This one's right on par with it and maybe even surpasses it. It's so close. I'm putting this one 2nd because I've probably spent a little bit more time with the album before that I'll put in number 1. But this one, the songs on here are so epic. This is 6 songs at 67 minutes. So he's continuing his trend of these really long compositions. But wow, absolutely amazing stuff here. Songs like The Second Baptism, Shores and Fire and Ice, amazing. Winter Descent Eve, I Become the Journey. The riffs in that song, really great black metal riffs there. And yeah, once again, just really, really solid stuff here. Easily could have been number 1, but for today, it's in at number 2. So that just leaves 1. If you know the discography, you know which one I've hinted at and haven't talked about yet. And that is his 4th album, which is from 2011, Winter Moon Enchantment. So this one, yeah, I feel like this is just the culmination of everything he was building towards with the first 3 albums. And this is his magnum opus, in my opinion. It's a soothing album, yet evil at the same time. It's got almost like a foggy, wintry atmosphere throughout. And yeah, there's moments that almost have like an old school Satyricon feel with the vocals and the guitar riffs, but then add in the extra layers of atmosphere to take it to something else completely. It's another very long album, 8 songs, about 70 minutes, and that's including an intro and an outro, so really it's 6 longer songs to make up the majority of the album. Favorite songs on here, Summoning the Splendor Once Fallen. That song was actually featured in a Netflix movie, which was very surprising. That movie is called Hold the Dark, which was kind of a cool, interesting movie. But yeah, just the fact that when I'm watching it, then Evilfeast pops on. I'm like, what the hell? You never hear that in movies. But yeah, go check out that movie. Check out the scene when Evilfeast starts playing. It's probably the best part in the whole movie, to be honest. Another great song on here, Full Moon Over the Eastern Woods, is awesome as well. But really, front to back, it's amazing. Evilfeast albums, like I've been naming off favorite songs here, but really, these albums are made to be listened to as a whole, to fully immerse yourself in the atmospheres. And it's just gorgeous stuff. I can't recommend this band enough. I feel like they're a bit underrated. So if you've not heard them before, go give them a listen, see what you think. This could blow your mind here, especially these most recent 2 albums. Absolutely top-notch atmospheric black metal. Anyways, these are just my opinions and thoughts as usual. Love to hear yours down below. Let me know what your favorite Evilfeast albums are. Give me a ranking of all 5 if you want. And anyways, until next time, give me a like, give me a subscribe. Hammerheart Metal Reviews, out.